right, coming up next, it's a UFC heavyweight showdown. Well, you can argue this is the most influential martial artist of all time, the great Bruce Lee, making his walk to the octagon here tonight, champ.
Everybody wants to be Bruce Lee. They say they want to be like Mike. If you're a fighter, you want it to be like Bruce Lee. You want it to be that fast. You want it to be that charismatic. You want it to have an ability to just freeze your opponents. Your speed, your movement, just the diversity in the attacks that you can give your opponents would just confuse people. I mean, I watched him beat a 7-foot Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to stay undefeated.
Right.
If you could do that, you could do anything.
I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Bruce Lee in a nutshell.
Just so wise.
Well, pretty much every time out in the UFC, DC, this man has put on a striking clinic, and that is his methodology coming in here tonight. He'll try to keep the fight on the feet.
And that's why we tune in, right? That's why we tune in. We tune in to see guys that are dynamic. We tune in for the speed. We tune in for the knowledge of the striking game, the ability to set traps, the ability to find the jab, the ability to find the right hand, the right kick, the left kick, the knees, the elbows. He truly uses every weapon that he has in his arsenal to try and finish his opponents. You make one mistake, night's over. You cannot make mistakes against a guy that has the striking acumen of this guy right here.
And the jab is not as underutilized a weapon as it was in MMA, say 5 or 7 years ago, but he's got as good a jab as anyone in the business, and that is where all of his striking flows off of. We'll see how it goes for him in this matchup tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Madison Square Garden Arena in New York City, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds, fighting out of Los Angeles, California, Bruce the Dragon Lee! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a boxer making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 265 pounds, fighting out of Queens, New York, lights out!
All right, commit to the rules of the locker room. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, back your corners, come out fighting.
They touch him up, and we are underway.
You ready? You ready?
All right, crowd getting excited as this fight gets underway, and you hate to call any fighter on this UFC roster a specialist, but on one side, you have a definite striker taking on a true 5-tool player.
And you see a guy in the striker who knows exactly who he is. He knows where the fight needs to be. He knows what he has to do in order to be successful. Let's see if he can keep his opponent off of him.
Oh, really making good use of his reach advantage as he lands the straight punch there.
Oh, big punch lands.
Head kick partially blocked.
Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was good night if that landed.
Connects with a right hand. Pretty good punch, that one.
Nice right punch by this young man. Oh, he hurt him bad with a jab. Nice leg kick.
Lands the lead left punch.
Big punch land. Ooh.
The right hand just misses. All right, so a good job defensively by him here as he raises the guard and prevents any damage.
Shades of James Toney. Always seeing things coming at him. He's such a great defensive fighter.
Lands the right hand. Oh, and another leg kick lands flush, and now you're starting to see visible damage on that lead leg of his opponent.
Visible damage, and you see him starting to make mistakes now in his defenses because his leg is so beat up. It's red, it's all beat up, he's limping, he's turning away. There are so many things that he is doing wrong now because of the leg damage he has taken. Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Some fighters shy away from checking a leg kick. Check that one.
Let's go forward now.
Ooh, head kick lands, he's hurt.
Well, not much setup behind it. The right hook misses. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You gotta be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. All right, has the guard closed here. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. All right, dominant position for him here. Full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you gotta start moving those hips. What you should do initially, right, is start to push at the knees. Push at the hips, create some distance, shrimp, and try to recollect half guard. Half guard sucks, but it's much better than being mounted fully by your opponent.
Pretty good ground and pound by him here. He told us on Thursday he needed to be more effective in these situations. Certainly effective tonight.
Many people have gone away from this style of fighting. This man has embraced it, and you are seeing why he's one of the best that we've seen do it in a long time.
Oh, nicely done there as he escapes back to his feet. All right, single collar tie now. He blocks the punch. Oh, nice connection with that punch. It's one thing to have an edge and reach. It's another to take advantage. Nicely done.
Beautiful punch.
Oh, big left hand there. Both fighters exchange in the pocket here. Oh, man, that's hard to watch. Another leg kick lands flush, and if you're the opponent at this point in time, you got to check something. What are you doing? You got to adjust.
You got to be doing something different, because to this point, what you're doing is not working. Get close, fight chest to chest, maybe relax on the outside. Don't panic. Don't be jumpy. Try to find comfort in knowing that you've done this. You have the reps. You know how to check kicks. Just take your time. Be comfortable. Get that leg up. It's only going to take one great check to make him stop throwing those kicks. He loaded up there on that high
kick. Swing and a miss by Lee.
Oh!
Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds. Lee gets caught with that punch. Not the easiest guy in the world to hit, but he got caught there. 5 minutes in the books. All right, so that's the end of the round. Potential adversity here. He's got a cut on his cheek sustained from that strike in the round. Now the focus becomes maximizing these 60 seconds, shutting that cut and preventing it from becoming a major factor here moving forward. All right, so an entertaining 5 minutes. Let's look back at some of the highlights, DC, and I'd imagine a lot of these replays are going to be rooted in that kicking game that was on full display.
Absolutely. You're going to see a lot of different techniques, but the kicking was the key to him getting ahead in this fight. He's out ahead now. He needs to stay the course and continue to do that as the fight goes on.
All right, we'll see how it goes here in this next round. A high number of kicks landed there in the previous round, and at some point, these are going to really start to take their toll.
They do start to take an effect whenever you're taking kick after kick after kick, and watching him fight with that knowledge and that patience shows his fight IQ. Right hand punch to the clinch.
And they separate. Slip and counter by Lee. Oh, and he connects with a punch there, DC. You like this guy.
I like this guy a ton. And to watch his punch line just puts a smile on my face.
Just misses there with the left. Well, he's been pretty accurate tonight. He's landed some significant strikes, but his corner's looking for him to mix it up a little bit more and just throw more volume.
Because they don't see too much of a threat. This guy has to have confidence in knowing that when he extends his combinations, he's still safe, but he's also going to be able to land. He's got to be finding that confidence in his mind that all the reps in the training room are going to pay off. Punch over the top.
Well, you saw us referencing the tail to take, DC. He's got the reach advantage and certainly made good use of it there in landing that jab. Overhand left.
Oh, big head kick.
Punch coming, it's blocked.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick. There's no give on that leg kick.
Oh, effective strike there by Lee. And now he engages in a Muay Thai clinch, and I think a lot of people watching wonder how you can control an opponent like that. Hard to get out of.
It's very difficult to get out of. Look and notice how tight his elbows are as he's maneuvering and moving his opponent into positions where he can get off his strikes.
So a much different approach for him here in this second round. He was a little bit tentative in round one, a little bit of a feeling out process. Now he has clearly found his rhythm, found the range. We'll see if he can continue with more activity here in round two. Back and forth we go. Trying to establish that jab once again. Oh, he got that inside leg kick to the target there, DC. You don't want to eat too many of those.
No, you can't. It starts to beat up the inside thigh. That is the technique you use to really slow down your opponent.
Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue.
Nice looping punch.
Nice combination of strikes there by Lee. Oh, huge spinning kick. Lee's uppercut is blocked. Looked like for a minute he had a window there. It closed quickly. Right punches there. Takedown defense holds up. And they separate. Oh, nice knee to the body for him there. Very nice. All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one? Big head kick lands.
Oh, a little single collar tie there.
Left hand punch from the clinch.
Just a slip there. Oh, massive head kick there. We'll see if he can finish. Throwing haymakers out of the exchange.
He got him.
I need you to keep pushing forward.
He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks.
And he lands a punch there. Pretty good connection by him.
Great connection. He's in a great flow right now.
Oh, he continues to land a high number of strikes in this round. Really hasn't let up when it comes to his aggressiveness. Certainly have to be mindful that you don't gas out, but you gotta like the output on display here. And this might just be a matter of time. And there it is.
He's done. He's done. What a fight.
Yeah, you've got to admire the focus and the commitment to getting the finish. You could tell he was in hot pursuit of that submission much earlier in the round, but he didn't want to rush it, so he sets it up beautifully, lets it materialize almost organically, and ultimately gets the desired result. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. He's so skilled, he's so tricky, and he's so good at weaving a web that gets you lost in it that he made him pay for it tonight and got the submission victory.
So there he is, your winner by submission, and that's exactly how you put the rest of this division on notice. Looks like this guy could be a factor moving forward in this division.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliata has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 28 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by tap out due to a guillotine choke, Bruce the Dragon Lee!
Well, what an incredible result here tonight as you see the winner there celebrating his victory by way of submission, and they put so much stock into finishing this fight. They felt like to really spin his career forward, they needed to not just win, but get the finish, and they certainly got it tonight.
They got the finish. He's such a terrific grappler. Every time he is on his back, he looks for submission.